in the Labour Party. The crisis in the Labour Party is growing deeper. We've seen the suspension of some members of the party as announced by the Abure-led faction. National Secretary Umaru Ibrahim says the suspended members would no longer act for and on behalf of the party. He mentioned that the National Executive Committee deliberated on the report submitted by the disciplinary committee set up to investigate allegations of anti-party activities on the members. Now, also suspended Ayireti Kingibe, Darlington Wokocha, Victor Ogene, Amobi Oga, and Sheisho Wumi. The party said the name of the caretaker committee chairman, Nenadi Usman, was not put on the list of the suspended members because she is not a member of the party. Now, this development came on the sidelines of National Caretaker Committee of the Labour Party, giving the national chairman, Julius Abure, 48 hours to stop parading himself as a leader of the party.
Is far from over, with factions laying claim to the April 4th judgment of the Supreme Court as the battle for the soul of the Labour Party intensifies. The chairperson of the party's caretaker committee, Nenadi Usman, warned that Mr. Abure risks disciplinary actions if he continues to work against the interests of the party.
To review the actions of Mr. Abure as it affects the image and integrity of the party. In line with due process and the party constitution, NEC gives Mr. Abure 48 hours notice to show why disciplinary actions should not be taken against him for his numerous acts of gross misconduct against the party. The formal notice of disciplinary action will be sent to the last known address of Mr. Julius Abure. Mr. Abure is hereby warned to desist from parading himself as the national chairman of the Labour Party or impersonating the office in any form.
They have also set up a disciplinary committee to investigate allegations of corruption and abuse of office leveled against him, Mr. Abure, during his tenure as national chairman of the party, and recommend appropriate punishment within 21 days.
Recommend appropriate disciplinary actions in accordance with Article 19 of the Labour Party Constitution and any other relevant extant laws. Lastly, submit a comprehensive report of findings and recommendations to the National Executive Council within 21 days of this memo.
He keeps saying, you should not rely on that. The court said that you should not fall back on the party to decide. Even at that, when he has been disqualified, he has no grip on the NEC again, which is the next stronger organ apart from the National Convention. And the larger number of people in that NEC are saying, don't rule us. Don't be our chairman.
While the Abure-led NWC says the Apex Court validated its leadership, the Nenadi Usman group insists its tenure has long expired as stated expressly by the courts. Ademola Lawrence, TVC News, Abuja.
Well, let's bring in the Labour Party chieftain, Abayomi Arabambi. He joins me live from Abeokuta via Zoom for more on this. Good to have you join us.
Well, thank you for having me. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I want to begin with that report we just took. You saw some party members, and Nenadi Usman was there, and there's some other party members who have now also suspended Abure and asking him to stop parading himself as the national chairman of the party.
Well, thank you very much. You see, you cannot build something on nothing. Ab initio, she and all members of their illegal caretaker committee, they are not our member. They are not member of the Labour Party. And why I am going to expatiate of that is very simple. As at the time there was a restraining order against by Sir Julius Abure by the Alhaji Lamidi Papa led NWC, they were with Julius Abure and they went to, procure something we call a legal NEC meeting while, the matter subsists. It was during that time, all of them, said they picked their number their card, knowing fully well that they do so, with the consent of the court. So it was during that crisis that they took, they and NSC, they now went ahead to now be giving the same membership card. Joe Ajero was the one that gave a membership card. That membership card was supposed to be collected from the world, not, from the NSC secretariat in Abuja, because Joe Ajero is just a nominal member of our party. They are not financial member. Even the NSC, they are not a financial member.
So you have said Joe Ajero is not a member of your party and that she got. All right, please go ahead. We lost your audio for a moment, but go ahead. Mr. Arabambi, it looks like we have a connection challenge with you. I want to confirm that you're still there. All right, so we're going to take a break now to allow us to reconnect with Mr. Arabambi, and then he can continue with what he was saying about the crisis now in the Labour Party. Stay with us. All right, thanks for staying with us. You're watching Standpoint. We're staying on Labour Party crisis. Labour Party as it is today, different factions are calling for the suspension of national chairman, and then also calling for probe of allegations of financial misconduct and anti-party activities. We've been speaking with the Labour Party chieftain, Abayomi Arabambi, who is joining us from Abeokuta via Zoom. Mr. Arabambi, just before that break, you were talking about the membership of Nenande Usman and how she got her membership card.
Yes, I said she took a card from Comrade Joe Ajero during that crisis, and as far as we are concerned, she is not a member even as we speak. So you don't suspend a non-member of your party. Though I was told she came online to come and show one card, I think that must purportedly have been signed by who? I think she needed to have opened the card and let us see who is the national chairman, who now secretary that signed the card as required by the law. But she was just the economic card by half. But you see, the major talking point that I want to open up today was because the leadership of Labour Party disagreed with Mr. Peter Obi over the shenanigans they subjected the following people to after the 2023 general election. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, all the justices of the Supreme Court, all the justices of the Court of Appeal, the All Progressive Congress, and the President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They allege that the election was rigged. But I need to tell you, point and clear, that out of 189,000 polling units, that we are supposed to have party agents, we were short of 54,000. They covered that. We were short of 54,000, and they covered that. Are you getting me? To Nigeria.
Go ahead.
Are you getting me? They covered that act that we did not feed any agent in 54,000 polling units. So out of 189, once we fail to fill 54,000 polling units, I don't know what we're expecting the magic that Peter Obi, Sam Mamadi, Professor Patu Tomi, Aisha Yesufu, is vice president candidate, Dati Ahmed, Valentine Osigbo, and Oseloka. I don't know where they got that figure from, that they were the one that Labour Party won the election. You see, they were just trying to cover up that track, even with their lawyer that went to court. They knew we didn't win the election. How do I got to know? I asked to approach the Supreme Court and Court of Appeal and demanded for the certified true copy of the proceedings. This was where what their lawyer pleaded. The lawyer, he claimed he gave 800 million was just to cover their nefarious activities. What they committed.
Mr. Arabambi, hold on, because you're saying that all of this crisis is coming from how the conduct of the 2023 election and then the cases the petitions that followed. But even Abure was in court with Peter Obi all through that petition, and whether it was the appeal court judgment, the Supreme Court. And so how is that a problem if Abure supported, Peter Obi all through the process?
No, let me tell you. Peter Obi filed petition for Labour Party and himself. He was not a filed petition. This was some of the things we were just trying to guide against then when those obedient nearly murdered 4 of us inside the premises of the court. They attempted to leash us inside the premises of the Court of Appeal, even while Obi was looking at us from his vehicle. So what transpired was that in an attempt by them to cover up, they now decided to lie against the Chief Justice of Nigeria, the judges of the Supreme Court, which up to today, you see all manner of their supporters claiming one thing, that Peter Obi won the election. But I am telling Nigerians today that it was a lie.
And I guess your point, and I guess the point you're trying to make. First of all, murder is a very strong word to use. We would like to use such claims. But hold on, Mr. Arabambi, just a minute. Just a minute. Hold on. Let me ask my next question. Because you are saying that you are now confirming, that the president won that election, or that APC won that election, and Labour Party did not win. But I am asking you how that has contributed, because my question is on the crisis in the APC, and I'm asking you, how did that contribute? Because Abure was in support of Peter Obi all through the process.
That's what I want to explain to you. Now, there have been internal agitation by some of us that we need to tell the truth to the whole world. You cannot continue to malign the name of everybody. They don't have respect for judiciary. They believe everything was rigged. It was at this point they compelled Abure to step aside if he cannot continue with them. And he said no, then that was what precipitated that crisis. They do not want him. They want somebody who will follow them to call white black. Because if you look at the accident of Peter Obi, may God bless the soul of our former DG. You knew what happened in the build-up to general election. The woman he took is on record that he is on plea bargaining with the FCC over 2.4 billion naira. She is on plea bargaining with the FCC, where the FCC came to court to prove that she transferred money from the federal government account to account in Zenith Bank, number 7 cashier.
Mr. Arabambi, we were going to allegations that that's not the point we're trying to make. I want you to stay on the issue. You have not talked about how. Go ahead, please. But leave the characters of people.
No,
go ahead. But
all right. Obi is fond of moving with people that have questionable character. That's what I want to tell you. So it was because we failed to agree with him was the bane of the entire crisis. Because Obi is planning just one thing with Labour Party. If you look at it very well, Obi has no solution to Nigeria problem other than for him to be criticizing everybody. He is the one that knows that Nigeria has failed. He is the one that knows Nigeria has collapsed. But how Nigeria will pass, Obi did not know. Therefore, all they were planning is to levy war against the federal government of Nigeria. All they are planning is to make sure that the current president they will be claiming that it's illegitimate. It's not illegitimate. Because if you go back to the record of what they did, the meeting they did in Transcorp, you will hear the vice president candidate of Obi saying the current administration is illegitimate. Those statements are wrong. This was an administration that has been given clean bill of health by the Supreme Court. That the man won his election legitimately. But because they didn't want Nigeria to know. All right, so
let's stay on the issues. Now, as we speak, Abure, the governor of Abia State, Alex Oti, has called for the probe of Abure, and he has also asked that he be arrested. How do you react to that?
If there is anybody who will be arrested, there are 2 people who should be arrested. Number 1, Aisha Yusufu and Pastor Itwa Gadolu, and I'm going to explain to you why they should be arrested. And Alex Oti should tell Nigerians, those 4 accounts that those people open fraudulently. When I say fraudulently, the party gave them letter to open Peter Obi Dati Labour Party presidential campaign. But they went to their bank to open Obi Dati campaign. You know when you want to open a corporate account, you have to be introduced. And the bank was supposed to conform with what is written by the parent company. So the Labour Party gave them, but they went to now go and change to be that campaign.
So, Mr. Arabambi, I'm not going to, hold on, I'm not going to give you the platform to malign people's character except you have a proof.
Hold on. By saying they should arrest him.
Except, well, he said that, and I'm asking you how you react, but you are not reacting to what I've asked you to react to. You are bringing in other people and maligning their character. I'm not going to give you the platform to do that, but I need you to answer the question. Hold on. React to, they have said he should be probed, he should be arrested, and he lacks the authority to suspend the members of the party that he suspended. And I focus on that and not, other people.
No, he didn't manage the party account. The people that manage their campaign account is Rasha Yesufu and Itwa Gadano. So they should go and tell them to bring the audited account of those 4 banks. We have the account number, and we are going to petition EFCC. We are telling you what is fact. I can read out the name of the account and the account number of the bank involved. These are for public view. Now, he should first of all go and clean his own house. You don't ask if somebody who doesn't have an authority over an account to come and give explanation. They were the one that did not pay agent because all the money from diaspora that was donated to them, over 40 billion, was managed by them. You can see in Nigeria, I challenge PO to tell us before 2022 any donation he has made to mankind. But after the election, you saw him donating money. I put it to Governor Lesotho Peter Obi that Labour Party did not owe them a kobo. They did not contribute to our national secretariat or party secretariat at the state, local government and world. They did not donate 1 kobo. But what they were doing is that they have their lives. There are people whom they circulate our money around, and that was why Aisha, who is not a member of Labour Party, and Itwa Igbadalo is a member of PDP, whose brother...
you all thrived. Hold on, Mr. Arabambi. You all thrived on all of this, the people he brought in to your party in 2023. And so complaining now is a bit different. When all of these people came in, they gave the weight to your party. But my question to you now is, Abure is insisting, hold on.
We gave them the weight.
Well, a lot of people would differ. Abure now insists he's a national chairman. What structure is he running on if the neck of the party is saying they do not want him anymore as a national chairman?
I don't know the people you refer to as NEC. In our constitution, National Assembly are not member of our NEC. State Assembly are not member of our NEC. We don't have a president candidate as member of our NEC. Vice President candidate are member of our NEC. All the people they came from Imo and Abia to come and perform the Yam Festival with them, they are not member of our NEC. The only member of our NEC is the governor and deputy, the NSC chairman, president and secretary, TVC president and secretary, all members of NWC, state chairman, state secretary. Those are the members of NEC, and the president is produced by the party. And our NEC stipulated even in electoral act. When you are doing NEC, you are going to do something. Section 82(1) states as follows, that letters must be written to INEC. You give INEC 21-day notice, and that must be signed by the national chairman and national secretary. But it is the secretary that will call for NEC in conjunction and approval with the national chairman. So if Obi and Alesoti purportedly sign any notice of NEC, INEC knows, 1-year-old lawyer knows that that meeting is invalid. And Section 82(5) clearly states that if notice is not given to INEC, the outcome of such NEC meeting, convention, congresses shall be invalid. That is Section 82(5). Now, in the Nigeria Constitution, Section 1, Part 1 states as follows, that the Constitution of Nigeria is supreme, and any other law that is in contradiction or against the Nigerian Constitution shall be set aside to the extent of inconsistency. So as far as we are concerned, INEC cannot be above the law. That some people who are celebrating birthday or Yam Festival will not be writing letter to INEC that, oh, we are not a political party. Because Section 222 is very clear. When you submit any name to INEC for register as a political party, you will have your constitution domiciled with INEC. You are going to have the list of your executive democratically elected, just as in Section 223 of the Constitution of Nigeria that said that political parties shall be run by democratically elected administration at the world, local government, state and national for a specific period of time. So question of any form of caretaker is alien to our constitution. And therefore, even the rule of INEC, rule of a political party, once it contradicts the Constitution of Nigeria, Section 1, Part 1 that says the Constitution is supreme, it will be set aside. So we are waiting for
Mr. Arabambi,
their outcome. Yes.
A party is only as strong as the number of elected officials that it has. Most all parties are set up to win elections. So are you not concerned that elected members of your party, especially in the legislature, are all now basically, most of them are now defecting? And then you have also now said you're suspended, the only governor that you have. I mean, that's like disintegrating your party. It's like an implosion that you have put in place.
No, we are not, the party is not going to disintegrate. I've told you, all our elected officials, all of them, they have one plan. That plan is to disintegrate Nigeria. That plan is to stabilize Nigeria, because if they have the love of Nigeria, you won't have their leader criticizing, using our platform to bring Nigeria down. He has no hope. That man does not have any hope of future in Nigeria, and we do not want our party to be tagged anti-Nigerian, anti-unity. We are pro-Nigeria, we are pro-unity, we are pro-democracy, because we believe in democratic structure. We have told all of them that this administration will come to an end in 2027. If we have anything to do, we can challenge President Bola Ahmed Tinubu via the ballot, not calling for insurrection. I heard, Senator Kinjigbe, I think so, on your station, on the interview where she was calling for the youth to go and attack Wike in Abuja. Please, what the Labour Party have to do with Wike, for God's sake? Wike is not a member of our party. Why must you not be calling for an uprising? You heard how Senator Akpabio cautioned Peter Obi, don't begin to incite Nigerians against a democratically elected government. So that was why
you make weighty statements. Mr. Arabambi, again, I would say we should desist. Hold on, I would say we should desist from making weighty allegations against individuals when it's almost like twisting words. But I want to hold on. You have said that you do not want elected officials who will speak against Nigeria. So basically, you are saying that all of them can go if they want. But what would be the viability of your party without these elected officials? Would that still be a platform that people can run on?
Let me tell you, we'll be viable. In 2019, we have over 89 registered political parties. We were the one that won 2 House of Rep, 6 House of Assembly, and our name was retained by INEC as one of the 80 political parties. But go and look at most of these, people. They failed. A lot of them had their party to register. So they will not just come and not be teaching us how to run a political party. We wish them well. Even they want to go to Abuja, they are free. We wish them well. Nigerians are the ones that will determine our future, not, most of these people. People that don't see anything good in people that are in a political party for over 20 years. You now came with some strange individuals, people that have been pushed out from their various political party, people that are trying to run for election over 4 times now, 16 years, they have been failing. They came to Labour, they succeeded, and all they want to do is just for them to make sure we are ethnically inclined political party. Our answer is no. We are pro-Nigerian. We don't want anybody to turn on to a regional political party. No, that is what they are trying to do, and we are going to say no to that. We wish them well in their sojourn. All of them will be expelled in our convention. They will be expelled. All of them will be expelled in our convention. And I tell you, we are going to put up a superb showing in 2027. When you want to challenge a ruling party, it is not through political brigandage, for God's sake. It is not through any manifest lies, falsehood. When you are now peddling falsehood because you wanted people to have sympathy for you, we don't want anybody to use our party like that at all. That is just, the division. That is, where we have sharp division. You will all remember there was a time Alhaji Apapa was the acting chairman of this party. Peter Obi stood very against Alhaji Apapa because he was a Yoruba man. Today, he's against Abure. So nobody is ever good before this man. Nobody is ever good.
I don't know if he stood. Hold on, because you also were on the side of Apapa at some point. against the Abure side, who Peter Obi was supporting. I'm not sure Peter Obi was against Apapa because of his tribe. He was supporting. He was supporting Abure, and so how does that have to do with tribe? He was solidly behind Abure, who is now against him today. So I don't know what you mean by he was against Apapa because of his tribe.
No, he was against Apapa then, pretending to love Abure more than his parents. So they thought, when now Court of Appeal gave judgment that, the issue of leadership is not an internal affair of the party. That was how, Abure won that matter. But Supreme Court had now said that, no, it is purely internal affair of the party. But they were celebrating then. They quickly rushed to Asaba to go and extend the tenure. So it was then Abure now knew that this is the plan they have. He also now, decided to wage war against them. Because they said, let us continue with this falsehood. Let us continue to attack the judiciary. Let us continue to attack President Bola Ahmed Tinubu anyhow. You can see the interview granted by Governor Lesoti. Rudy Fire asked him a question. Is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu doing well? What was his answer? He said, I'm not going to sit down here and criticize the performance of the president because what? If I have any issue with him, I can go and meet him. That was his own response. He said, we'll go and meet the president. So, that is a good answer. It is not for somebody to just sit down and wish Nigeria to collapse. No, we do not want such people in our party for 2027. But be that as may, we wish Obi well. He said he wants to be vice president to Atiku. We wish them well. We will take our position on the president election in 2027. But for us, I know he was against Elijah Papa because he was a Yoruba man. Because, my dear sister, do you know this accusation they are alleging against Abure? I was the principal person in court. I was a Yoruba man. Obi didn't see anything good in that. But today, we have Eze Oko from Ebonyi. And we have Oluchi Okpara from Imo spearheading that matter. You saw all of them now. All of them. They now quickly jump behind because they are from the same ethnic region. We are not going to say that nonsense. We were the one that led you this matter, and the court has set it aside. So what is their business now? Because you now have two Igbo people championing that matter. All of them.
I wouldn't want you to also make this a tribal issue because he. Hold on. This is where we're going to leave the conversation. But at that time, he was supporting Abure, and that's what was clear. And you were not even in support of the Abure and Peter Obi relationship at that time, because I had you several times on my program, and you had a lot to say about them as well. But we're going to leave the conversation here. Thank you so much for your time. I'm not sure this is the last we're going to hear on this issue. I'm sure we'll have you over and over again to look at this. Always a pleasure to have you on. Chieftain of the Labour Party, Abayomi Arabambi.
Thank you very much.
All right, you're watching Standpoint. We're going to take a break now.